The story of the Japanese army in World War II is one of ambition, devastation, and ultimately renewal. In the late 19th century, Japan transitioned from feudal rule to a modern industrial power. The ancient samurai class gave way to a conscripted army, equipped with Western weaponry and tactics. Japan, eager to claim its place on the world stage, embarked on a series of military campaigns. Victories against China and Russia showcased the newfound strength of the Japanese military and fueled a growing sense of national pride. This pride, however, was intertwined with a dangerous ideology: militarism. The belief that military strength was paramount began to permeate Japanese society, setting the stage for the tragedies to come. Their story is a cautionary tale, a reminder that progress without balance, ambition without restraint, can lead down a dark and destructive path. The 1930s saw the rise of militaristic leaders in Japan, figures like Hideki Tojo, who believed in aggressive expansion. Tojo, a stern figure with a rigid military bearing, became prime minister in 1941. He embodied the growing influence of the military over the government. Japan, facing economic hardship and driven by a sense of national destiny, looked outward for solutions. The vast resources and markets of mainland Asia became increasingly tempting targets. Japan's invasion of Manchuria in 1931 was condemned by the League of Nations, further isolating the nation. Yet, the condemnation did little to deter Japan's militaristic ambitions.
Japan must secure its future through strength and determination. Our destiny lies beyond our shores.
Under Tojo's leadership, Japan marched towards a conflict that would have devastating consequences for the nation and the world. In 1937, Japan launched a full-scale invasion of China. This marked the beginning of a brutal and protracted conflict, one that would expose the darkest aspects of war. Japanese troops, fueled by a sense of racial superiority and a belief in their own invincibility, swept through Chinese territory. Cities were bombed, villages razed, and civilians caught in the crossfire. The invasion was marked by horrific atrocities, none more infamous than the rape of Nanjing.
We were told we were invincible, that our mission was righteous, but what we did in Nanjing, it haunts me.
For 6 weeks in the winter of 1937, the city of Nanjing became a scene of unimaginable horror. Japanese soldiers operating with impunity engaged in widespread murder, rape, and looting. The Nanjing massacre stands as a chilling testament to the brutality of war and the dangers of unchecked aggression.
Section 4, Day of Infamy, Pearl Harbor and the Global Conflict.
On December 7, 1941, Japanese aircraft launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The attack, intended as a decisive blow against the U.S. Pacific Fleet, shocked the American public and galvanized the nation for war. The images of burning battleships and plumes of smoke rising from the harbor at Pearl Harbor became seared into the American consciousness. The attack, a calculated gamble by the Japanese leadership, backfired spectacularly. Instead of intimidating the United States, it ignited a firestorm of anger and resolve.
The sinking USS Arizona, a symbol of American naval might, became a potent symbol of Japanese aggression.
The attack on Pearl Harbor marked a turning point in the war, transforming a regional conflict into a global struggle.
Section 5, Island Hopping and Kamikaze, the Pacific Theater's brutal reality.
The Pacific War was a brutal and unforgiving campaign fought across vast distances and unforgiving terrain. From the jungles of Southeast Asia to the coral atolls of the Pacific, American and Japanese forces clashed in a series of bloody battles. The fighting was characterized by its ferocity, its reliance on amphibious assaults, and the emergence of a new and terrifying tactic: kamikaze attacks. Japanese soldiers, indoctrinated with a code of Bushido that emphasized death over surrender, fought tenaciously.
The iconic image of American soldiers raising the flag on Iwo Jima captures the brutal struggle for every inch of territory in the Pacific.
The Pacific War was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, both in its capacity for courage and its descent into barbarity.
Section 6, The Bomb's Shadow, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and the End of an Empire.
By 1945, Japan was a nation on its knees. Years of relentless bombing had reduced its cities to rubble. In a desperate attempt to force Japan's surrender, the United States unleashed a new weapon of unimaginable power: the atomic bomb. On August 6, 1945, an American B-29 bomber dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima, instantly killing tens of thousands of people and leaving a city in ruins. 3 days later, a second bomb devastated Nagasaki.
The mushroom cloud that rose over Hiroshima and Nagasaki cast a long shadow over the 20th century.
The bombings forced Japan's surrender, bringing an end to World War II, but they also ushered in a new and uncertain era. The war's end left Japan in ruins, its cities devastated, its economy shattered, and its people grappling with the trauma of defeat. Yet, from the ashes of war, a new Japan would emerge, a nation committed to peace, democracy, and economic prosperity.